What is up, my tubies? We back for some more drafting. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It has been a brutal week for me. We are on a extreme cooler. I don't remember if I said this on one of my previous videos, but went on my longest losing streak of this format to start the week. Lost 14 drafts, or that is to say, played 14 drafts without getting 7 wins, so quote-unquote trophying any of them. So, like, man, brutal downswing. But yeah, let's pick it back up. Open our pick one, pack one, Thundering Raiju. You don't love to see a red card as your rare, but this is certainly a card I'm going to take over anything else in the pack. Way too powerful. Yeah, just not enough good things to say about this card. Let's see, Naomi, Mechanaut, excuse me, Arrest. Pretty easy. Thundering, though. See if we can maybe do something with that. So, this is the best card in the pack, the Touch the Spirit Realm. I would really like to avoid red-white if possible, but I don't want to draft incorrectly just because I think red-white, or at least it has been, poor for me. Touching back on that subject of on the losing streak, like, a lot of people have been wondering, you know, maybe it's because I've been forcing decks, or maybe people are better understanding the format and they're just catching back up to you. But like, I've taken a look at all my previous decks, and for the most part, you know, they've been pretty darn good. I think it's some culmination of just getting kind of unlucky, but also make no mistake, I have certainly made plenty of mistakes along the way that have cost me some number of games. So I'm not claiming that you know, I'm just the unluckiest person ever and my opponents are drawing well. No, certainly I've made mistakes. Furthermore, where was I going with that? Yeah, I mean, variance happens as well, right? Like, right before that that 14 draft streak, I had won like 8 of the previous 10, so, you know, the pendulum swings the other way, but you have to make sure that you don't allow the variance to get to you, because, of course, even the best in the world only win like 70% of the time if they're at the top of their game, and especially if something as volatile as best of one on Arena, you know, you gotta just take the punches and roll with them. Anyways, third pick, Twin Shot Sniper, pretty fantastic. Obviously, Turtle is another really, really good one, but after what we've already taken, the Sniper is the slam dunk there. We're not going to take Hanada, the Dawn Crowned. This is a fine card if you're already in like 2 of the colors and have the means to splash, but I don't think it's something that you go out of your way to splash for, so I'm not going to take it here. For us, we have a couple of decent choices. We have like the Unstoppable Ogre, or we can consider delving out into a different color. I actually like the Ogre quite a bit, and if we are playing red as our main, then we're probably going to want to be an aggressive deck, so I'm fine taking it here as our third pick, although that does mean we want our curve to go down, down, down. Ooh, okay. Best card in this pack. I'll give you a couple seconds to think of it. What is it? That's right, it is the Moon Circuit Hacker. I think this is a very, very good sign that blue could be open if you're seeing this card late. Funny enough, the last couple days I've had 2 7-0 decks and a lot of like 3-3s and 1-3s and stuff like that. The 2 7-0 decks I've had the last couple days were both ninjas, and yeah, I don't know what that says, but anyway, I think Hacker is an easy pickup here. If we get really lucky, we might be able to wheel like the Mechanaut as we pick up a very easy synthesizer pick, 6th pick. Another good sign for red cards. Some decent green cards going around, but we'll stick with our red for now. We're not going to take the Brilliant Restoration. We're looking at the Armguard Familiar and maybe like the Clawing Torment. Since I already have the Hacker, I'm going to take the 2-drop Familiar. This is actually a pretty surprisingly good card. Voltage Surge, 8th pick. Again, fantastic sign that we are in the right color of red. Secondary, we don't know as of yet, but Surge is good. Futurist Sentinel. I actually think that's not a bad card. But we do have an Uncharted Haven here that we could take in its place. I think this is going to have a higher upside, and the Sentinels you can pick up pretty late anyways. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Moonfolk Puzzlemaker. Yeah, maybe we're moving into the the red-blue artifact deck. We have a pretty good start for it. And yep, as indeed I expected, we did end up wheeling one of those Futurist Sentinels, or getting another one anyway. I think green could be open here as well, but I think the route that we're going is pretty good. Prototype is somewhat playable. I don't think we'd want it here. I think we'd rather just take the sphere. Oops. That was a pretty good pack one. We opened a very good red rare. We saw that third pick sniper. What was it? 8th pick surge, like 6th pick synthesizer. So I think we're in a good spot for red being open. So now we're looking for those better red cards. If we can get some of those, like Kumano faces Kakazan if they're opened, stuff like that. There is a world I will run the Ambitious Assault too, but okay. Pack number 2. Opened a couple of good white cards. But for us, we have a Kami Flare, a Flame Discharge, some okay creatures. Let's go ahead and go with the removal spell here. Let's see. As far as enabling modify, we have the Thundering and the Familiar, but I think for what we have so far, first picking the Flare makes sense. The Mech Titan Core. Artifact, creatures, and vehicles, right? I think I would normally just take Tamio's completion here. I'll have a little bit of fun. He says as he's wondering why he loses all these games. All right. Patchwork Automaton third pick is fantastic. Sokenzan would be fine, obviously. Both of these artifact creatures would be good as well, but Automaton is the bee's knees. Ooh, boy, howdy. Pick 4, Oni Cult Anvil, and a Lizard Blades. Like I said, red is clearly open. And both of those cards are nuts. I will splash for the Anvil if it wheels, but I don't think you take it over the Lizard Blades. Though I do not expect the Anvil to wheel. We might get back some of these other cards, though. Plenty of other options in the pack, but... Okay, I'm feeling confident about this. Our deck is looking pretty solid for right now. Let's see, if I end up only in 2 color, I'm not sure we'd want to play the Uncharted Haven, but... We'll see. Rabbit Battery now, 5th pick. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is very nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I almost somehow just instinctively took, like, the land. I don't know what I was doing there. Anyway. Rabbit Battery. Into a Suit Up. Yep, that's fantastic here as well. This is a great way to push through your smaller creatures. Very useful in both like this deck and ninjas. Suit Up doesn't get enough love for sure. Might not even be running that in Mnemonic Sphere. Creature counts at 9 with a couple of vehicles and whatnot. The Assault could be playable here if we can get enough smaller creatures to crew. We pick up a Simian Sling now over the Apprentice. Good, good. I don't mind running Iron Apprentice, and this is probably the correct deck for it. But if there's a better option, we're still going to take that. So, yeah, Sling here over Kunai. Gift of Wrath. This is another card that I do like in these style of decks. It actually serves a pretty impressive role, although you don't want to have too much top end, so... With already 4 drops, we might not run the Gift of Wrath, but maybe the Futurist Sentinel's a better cut. Okay, another Unstoppable Ogre here is perfect. I don't know if we've seen any of the Tawashi Song Shapers, actually. That might be the biggest surprise right now. So we pick up another Uncharted Haven. I'm not going to be splashing Touch the Spirit Realm. I mean, I only have 4 blue cards right now. What pick was that Oni Cult Anvil? Maybe we wheel that and go black instead, because my blue is nothing to write home about. Planner Incision is okay. Wow, yeah. So I think this was the pack, right? So we have Synthesizer and Ironhoof Boar on the wheel. Let's take the Boar this time. Always like running one of those. Crackling Emergence could be a maybe. Right, and we still have one more pack to go. Open a Kadama of the West Tree. Oof, but we also opened a Behold the Unspeakable, and that's going to be one that we're going to take. So, yeah, I guess we can lock in the red-blue at this point. Mythic Uncommon right here. Better than most rares. And how are we feeling? Pretty darn good. Got another Kami Flare here. Got a Modern Age Replication Specialist. Artifact count is 12. If we wanted to take the Specialist instead of like taking the Kami Flare. But I think the Specialist is just good enough to take here. And we're going to end up wheeling some of these cards 100%, right? Brute Suit, Kami Flare, Synthesizer, Modern Age. Even maybe the Mobilizer Mech can come back around. I'm actually on the lookout for like Swiftwater Cliffs more than anything. As we get a Flame Discharge here, yeah. Yeah, Uncharted Havens I don't think are good enough to play in this deck, but Swiftwater Cliffs would be one of the better pickups that we can find, because we already have enough playables, basically. Okay. Wow. 4th pick Inventive Iteration. And there you go. There's the deck. I think I'm actually going to end up cutting the Gift of Wrath now, and maybe we're going to go a little bit slower. Maybe run some Mnemonic Spheres after all. There's a free roll. Okay, that's nice. I mean, actually, even the Automated would be a good play here, but Otawara is a free roll. So, that makes the cut. Simeon Sling number 2, Unstoppable Ogre. I know people like the March of Swirling Mist. I have not found that card to be particularly good. You can save your own creature with this, or like get rid of your opponent's blockers for a turn for a big alpha strike, but I have not particularly cared for it. So Sling number 2 or Ogre number 3, I think. Let's just go with the Sling here. There's a Kumano Faces Kakazan now. So we are in the business of needing at least one cut. Probably just the Planner Incision. Another Kumano Faces Kakazan. Holy moly. God, Suit Up and a Puzzle Maker too. This deck is absurd. Tempered in Solitude. I don't think we want that one. Entry could be playable, but we're already at enough playables. Yeah, Swiftwater Cliffs would have been fantastic. There's the Synthesizer too on the wheel. Guess we don't need this Puzzle Maker after all. Shoot, I don't know what to take here. I guess I just took the mech, but I couldn't decide. Too many good cards. Good problem to have. All right, let's count our artifact creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is so meme. So meme if I run that stupid Mech Titan. Right, it's a 2/4 with crew 2. Planner Incision is probably a cut. It's good with some creatures, but I mean, when you need to cut cards, you need to cut cards, and that seems like one of the worst. I just don't see how I can cut any of my top end. Like, maybe the boar? But I'm not cutting Specialist Behold. I'm not cutting any of these 4 drops. I don't think we want to go 16 land anymore. Although maybe we could. The average curve is pretty low. I guess I could cut the Puzzle Maker. It's not very aggressive. Yeah, maybe the Puzzle Maker's okay to cut. This deck looks fantastic. Like, if you just showed me this deck, I would say, you know, you're gonna average quite a few wins every time. Okay, let's try it like this. And we'll run 17 lands, because the Otawara is kind of like a free roll spell anyway. Although, looking at it, we probably want to run like 10-7, so maybe... yeah, 10-7. We just have so much more red than blue. And the blue we really don't need early anyways. Okay. Like I said, I don't think we want to run the Havens as tap lands. I think this deck always wants to have its lands untapped. That is a fantastic looking red-blue artifact deck, though. It's not like the uber aggro version, but only because we have some like crazy top-end bombs. But it does have uber aggro draws, so let's get there. I could use it for my sanity. Lost the die roll, off to a bad start. As the opponent has a turn 1 Moth Rider Patrol. Do I want a Rabbit Battery, or do I want to Surge that? I think I'll just Rabbit Battery and pass. Okay. Black, white. Well, at least the Otawara here, like I said, is going to be a spell, but starting the game by drawing a bunch of land is not where we want to be. So we can let them pay the 1 in equip. Oh, they didn't. Okay, so they have a 3-drop they're going to play instead. Ah. Alright, in that case, we'll go ahead and just fire off the Surge end of turn, because we're going to want to kill that anyway, since they have the Katana. Okay. It actually makes more sense to play the Kumano out here instead of, Ogre. Because next turn we can play the Ogre, get the counter, and then give it the Rabbit Battery. So this current game is the game that we're going to want to draw all of our top end cards. I hope they just equip and attack for 4. Great. So now they're going to take 6 on the back. Chonk, baby. Kunai. I don't really care if they shoot the Ogre. Oh, lucky offering on the Ogre? And we drew another land, naturally. Well, they clearly have something in their hand if they didn't equip the kunai. So probably just intervention on my etching. Man, this is... Yep. Yeah, this last week has been so frustrating. I mean, I haven't lost yet, obviously, but... just feels like we get some of these really good decks, and... I mean, this is only one game, of course, but... being put in brutal situations. Okay. And they've missed land drops, so they still have nothing but spells in their hand? Is that what you're telling me? So I have to bounce their... Circuit Mender. I mean, you know what I could have done is I could have left back the familiar and bounced the katana and traded, but ugh, this is so bad. I give them a card, they get to gain 2 more life. I need to draw exactly like Behold the Unspeakable to get me out of this. There's actually a chance that they don't block here. That's probably our best bet, huh? It makes a lot of sense for them not to block. They might get scared, though, from me attacking, but... I gotta make this play, I'm pretty sure. Okay. A little bit surprised by that, but I'm okay with it. Wow! I've actually never seen Ishin cast. It's amazing. Huh. If I remove the rabbit battery... it dies. But I guess I want to attack here to get the loot. And they might block anyways. Nice, okay. I think I will unequip now, though, so it... yeah, I can't afford to take one. So now it's gonna die on the end of turn, or their turn, or whatever, and I don't take 1 damage. Come on, Behold the Unspeakable, 1 time, please. That's not a creature. Ah, that's a creature. Oh, man. They hit another Clawing Torment. Oh, no, no, the Norika triggered, so I just have to block here. Otherwise, they kill it anyways. Oh, I have to block there because I would be dead to the kunai. I don't think we have any outs anymore. This is fine. This is fine. I hope at the very least my pain can bring some of you pleasure. Do I need to put in some of these mnemonic spheres? I don't think so. No. And I don't think that necessarily we lost because of... I don't know. Let's just say it's... When it rains, it pours. But remember, it is what we do in spite of the variance, okay? It is in spite of. It's how we act in spite of. This is actually really close to a keep, because we're on the draw. We have 10 red sources in the deck. I'm gonna keep this. And I don't think this is... I don't think this is like a tilt keep or anything either. Okay, drawing the third. There we go. I was gonna say, drawing the third island there was pretty troll, but... I think that's certainly close to a mulligan on the play. Wanted to draw an artifact there, obviously. Opponent's playing some slower ramp deck, but we're just giving them way too much time. This can bounce artifacts? No, just creatures. Okay, let's draw a mountain next turn. Really? Variance. 100% variance. I have 6 islands in the deck. I started with 2 of them in my opening hand. We've drawn 3 of the neck. Okay, I mean, I need to stop complaining, but this is making me sad. Good news is, inventive iteration on that thing is absurdly good. So, small reprieve, perhaps. No artifact in our graveyard yet, so we are going to get to draw a card off the iteration. There's a mountain, lovely. So I can cast the Mobilizer Mech here. That's going to give our Automaton a +1/+1 counter, making it a modified creature. And then I can kill the Naomi. Yep, take 2 vigilance. Pretty good. But we are flipping our iteration here, and we have the mech, so we can do some business on the ground. Let's play the synthesizer, trigger the automaton, trigger the breakthrough. They cannot cast 1-drops next or 1-mana spells next turn. It's a pretty good hit. Okay. They have to block with everything if they want to... trade with it. So now they can't cast 1-drops, they can't cast 3-drops, or rather 3 mana spells. I don't think I want to crew with them. They just passed? Oh, wow. Can I kill them? They can't cast 4s. It's kind of busted. I mean, they have 6 mana open, so they're planning on doing something. Ah, Season of Renewal? That's way too slow. Okay. This is looking obviously fantastic for us. If they have Farewell, I'm gonna cry. They could go land into Spinning Wheel Kick for 2? No, that's not gonna solve their problems. They go back up to 4. Man, we are drawing a lot of land. I can just bounce their Fang of Shigeki, obviously, but... Okay. We did draw a butt ton of land there as well, but man, our deck just had some powerful lines. Do you know how good it feels to even just win one game anymore? Feels like it's been decades since I did that. I'm already emotionally spent after one game, and it's not just this small glass of wine talking. I think we keep this on the draw again, but we might hold off on a turn for playing the Kumano until we can also get the trigger. Does this work on artifacts? Okay, I guess for curve purposes we're gonna run it out. We might not get the 1/1 counter, but getting the 2/2 in a couple turns is worth it, I guess. Looks like we're playing against ninjas. Ooh. That's terrifying. We really need to draw an island. But I am down to race. Wow, Thirst for Knowledge. Okay. Well, that means they're taking their turn off, basically. Ah, I guess they're not. Damn. They had a 1-drop to... I mean, I guess they could have discarded land as well. Ooh, are they gonna race? Hit me for 6? Oh, they're gonna leave back their apprentice. Island. Ooh! This is nuts. Now we get to go Ogre. Apprentice can't block. True. Bounce the Kumano, hit him for the same exact damage, but also get to draw an extra card. Put him to 7. Okay, baby, let's go. Yes, this is nice. It's not a creature, but that does drain for 1. That is a creature. Let's bounce the Apprentice. They'll crew their mech in response with it. I want to attack with both ogres. I think we do. Nice. And we're going to get one of the ogres back with the Inventive Iteration next turn as well. Obviously, I'm taking myself further and further away from Mech Titan Core, but that's okay. That doesn't actually really matter that much. Oh, I should have crewed in response, but... do we want to make... Yeah, let's make this a 5/2. Then I think we hold the land for looting purposes and in case they make me discard. Double top. Ooh, that's terrifying. They must have a 4-drop in addition to that Apprentice. Maybe they have like a Tamiyo's Completion in their hand that they're gonna cast. Must be Tamiyo's Completion, okay. Not a bad draw. Is the Kumano Faces Kakazan a legendary? It is not. Is this a legendary? It is also not. We can crew here. And go to combat. They didn't have the Tamiyos, huh? I think we just attack with all. They clearly have something. Maybe they're just planning on sacrificing with the chef, but I'm gonna pass priority to them. Ah, okay. Well, in this case, we kind of blow them out now. And they did this prior to blocks. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do they have anything for 1 blue mana? I don't think there is anything, is there? Am I forgetting something that they can do for 1 blue? Or is this a rage quit? Give him the good game. Smells to me like somebody might be angry. But you always want to give the opponent the benefit of the doubt. Maybe their house caught on fire. right as they were about to take lethal. Maybe they had to go to the toilet, you know? Good game. You know, I think we're only 2-1 now, but let me tell you, I feel like I'm the king of the world. Like I said, been on an extreme heater, so every win feels like 10 wins. Especially when I get to feast on a delicious meal with the salt of my opponent's tears. Thank ya, thank ya. There's a long way back up the mountain, I'll tell you that. Right? Is that just yeah, just 2-1? Yeah. Oh man. All right, let's win a die roll and just curve out. Let's have a fast game this time. Won the die roll. This is not really a curve out hand, but my lord, does it have some powerful cards in it. Our opponent plays a sling. I'm not gonna bother burning that yet. I think we wait, see if they have a better target. We might even just offer the trade. Okay, I lied. I can offer a trade. We have too much removal in our hand. I think suiting up here is correct, because we really want to hit our lands. And they can't kill this in response because it has Ward 2. So that looks funny, but we just want to, like, look at our hand. Right? A 4th land or a 5th land is just ending the game basically on the spot. Punished by a ninja? Slightly. But a land here for sniper on the thief is so GG. It's way too greedy. I have to hit exactly a mountain off of Synthesizer. I'm gonna actually trade now, because they'll play better targets later, and I don't want them to have any more ninjas. Fine. Again, untap land this turn. Only 6 islands in the deck, but whatever. I'm not gonna complain. Kami player in response? Oh, Volt Surge in response? Sure. Sure. Four? Alright. Well, Iteration returns our sniper, so... looking pretty freaking juicy again. There it is. There it is. I think I'm still just going to kill their Mechanaut, even though that means the trash bot can smash in. Forgot how nasty my deck is. Let's go for the Behold. We're just going to play it safe. We have way too much power here. As long as I play it smart, I should not be able to lose this game. That's fine. Okay. They have a boar, that's fine as well. I don't really care. Sure. Okay, I'm at 8. Return our sniper. No. Let's see. We have 2 removal spells. We want to draw a mountain more than anything, though. Wow. That's actually brutal. Alright, I'm gonna go Synthesizer to start. That prevents them from casting 1 mana spells. Then cast a 2-drop. Holy moly. And then I just need to hold up a burn spell this turn. We actually could lose this game. Not hitting a mountain there was so bad. What we're really hoping for is that they moved the boar over the ogre, but they didn't. So I think before blocks, we go for a flare on the boar. And just block this. Take 4. Go to 4. Remember, they can't cast 1s or 2s this turn. So oddly, we want to main phase this. It's so weird, but this prevents them from casting 5 drops on their turn. We're going to hold the land for our vision. I go to 3. I can kill them in 2 turns, right? As long as I play it smart. Yeah, as long as I play it smart, I kill him in 2 turns. I believe. Could actually attack for 8 here in the air if I wanted. Yeah. I'm in that weird spot of needing to pressure them. So they can't cast 4s and they can't cast 2s now. Just insta-blocking both. Alright, let's go. The problem is, if you don't attack there, you give your opponent more time. And when I'm already at 3 life, that is not something I can do. Alright. Woof. Oh, man. I just don't know why the last week has been so brutal on me. I'm glad YouTubers are still here to watch, though. But yeah, like, we've dropped our win rate overall from, let's see, I think 66 to 64%. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but over the course of that many games, you know, is. on the draw here. Very, very control-y hand. We're going to go ahead and just run out the turn 1 Kumano. Again, we want to flip it as soon as possible, and we do have a ton of creatures that we can draw to enable it next turn. Beautiful. Didn't matter what it was. If that was a creature, I was going to cast it. Also makes that modified, so now our Kami Flare can do some good business. How greedy is it to play Synthesizer this turn? Extremely, right? Yeah, so we can go like this. So Hacker is modified, hit them for 5, get a loot in, and then play the Arm Guard. Next turn we can Kami Flare the Azusa's Many Journeys. Darn it, that's no good. I guess we'll play this, maybe draw an Ogre or something. Suit up. That means I have to play the Otawara out, sadly. And if they block, we want them to trade with our Etching of Kumano. This is where green starts just playing some fat creatures that I can't beat, huh? We can move the Arm Guard Familiar over too, but... Getting brickwalled by the 4/4 currently. In response, we're going to kill their lifelinker so they don't draw a card and gain a life. Yep, let's start moving our Etching over. We're playing the land because our Synthesizer. As long as we don't hit Specialist or Behold. Sniper's good. I guess I shouldn't have played my land first. Sure. Not killing the familiar is a little bit awkward. Okay. I think they're supposed to block the familiar there, but maybe they make a mistake. We definitely don't mind them blocking that. By putting it on the Tomaton, it actually has Ward 4 now, in essence. Nice draw. And that's actually lethal, right? Make their likeness unable to block. Unattach. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Pivotal turn there was quote-unquote chump attacking, but we got in for 6 damage, so it was 100% worth it. Oh, come on. Man alive. can feel the joy. The joy. Reinvigorating. Something Batman meme, you know? Why do we fall, Mr. Wayne? Oh, because it feels so much better. That's why. When we finally start to win. It's like magic can be enjoyable sometimes. I might be going, like, I might go swap back and forth between best of 3 and best of 1, though. Because I don't think we've done worse than a best of, or sorry, I don't think we've done worse than a 2-in-1 in the best of 3 queues yet. And that's where that's where good players have like 70+% win rates, according to 17 lands. It's pretty crazy. On the play, wow, 2 of our 6 islands. This is another hand that I would keep on the draw 100%. But on the play, I think it's a little bit too risky given how good our deck is. A little bit better. This is going to be a good hand for going Hellbent with Behold the Unspeakable if we can just find a couple more lands. The battery versus battery. Ooh. Okay, I was debating if I wanted to even run this out that turn, or if I wanted to just hold up Kami Flare. But I figure the Lizard Blades, I wouldn't be equipping it to the battery. I'd be equipping the battery to it, so even if they have a burn spell, they'd be able to kill the blades anyways. Plus, we might not even want to flare their battery, you know? Four 1/1s on the battlefield. Let's see if they just equip the battery and attack for 2. Yep. They're not blocking, so yeah, they might as well attack. Okay. You'll notice this weird bug. I don't know if you've noticed the hovering, but with these lands, for some reason the latest update has the name of the card, or the name of the artist. Oh, you know what? I could have done it the other way here. Whoops. I could have put the Lizard Blades on the battery. But remember, the Lizard Blades doesn't pump power. So I'd be hitting for 2 instead of 4. But I was too caught up with the land and the names. You can see that, right? Yeah, you can see that. Ooh. Okay, so we want to Kami Flare the Patrol in response to the equip. Otherwise, they can start giving their creatures flying. They still can give their creatures haste when the battery dies if it's equipped to the Eater Virtue. But we are putting them under a ton of pressure given the fact that they have not killed my Lizard Blade yet. Worst possible draw is going to be a mountain next turn though, so if we brick, they have a chance. That's actually really good. Because we can move the battery to that. Hit him for 7. Okay. They still have 4 cards in their hand though, but if it's a if they have any removal, it's going to be like Repel the Vial, given that they haven't used any yet. Island one time. Ooh. That is absolutely disgusting. Oh, man, we drew basically perfectly. Oh, was this a bad attack? No. No. The Lizard Blades make sense, because we can kill both of their creatures. We don't mind trading the Lizard Blades off anymore. It's actually preferable. For some reason I thought I wouldn't be able to kill both, but this is a good attack. And it's hard for them not to block. Because if they go to 3, then any creature with the Rabbit Battery is probably going to be lethal. Wow, okay, they got me. Good beats. Still feeling fairly confident. Good. We just don't want to see Repel the Vile on our Behold. Can I draw 4 cards, please? Go from 0 cards in hand to 5 cards in hand. Ooh, I like it. Aggressive. Very aggressive. Sure. So... can put them to 1, huh? But is that the safest play? I don't think it is. I think the safest play is actually to trade here, because this is a forced block. Then actually just run out 2 creatures. Well, I guess we could just run out the Specialist itself. But not play a land. I think this is the safest play. Obviously I could have played the Specialist, played land, and hit them for 4. But then I'm only left with the Ogre, and we could lose to like land and Shattered States Era. So this way, we still kill him in the air next turn. But we have 2 blockers. Those are the type of things you need to think about when you're so far ahead. Like, how can you possibly lose in this scenario, you know? It's fine. So if they attack with both, we are going to have to trade. Even if they have Boar +2/+2 again, I don't take lethal. Alright, GG's. Battery equip. And I'll hit you for 6. Let's go, baby. The slow grind is real. We're at 5. Alright, 2 more. 2 more wins before 2 more losses. And by golly, I'm good enough. I'm worth it. I can do it. Ooh. Boy, howdy, gee whiz, we gon' do it. I wonder if the format has fully evolved, if we've kind of come full circle. I mentioned this earlier, but the beginning of the format was all about like the ninja decks and the red-black artifact decks. Then it progressed into like the 5-color green control decks that ground you out. Is this the start of something beautiful again? Is this the start of me right-clicking attack all? LOL GG? Who knows? Obviously your mileage may vary and you should draft what's open, but... Alright, what are we doing? On the draw here, but our hand looks pretty good. Only one red source is the concerning thing about this hand, but there's no way you can mulligan this. See, that's what I needed, Swiftwater Cliffs. Alright, we have successfully found our second red source. Now let's just draw some relevant spells from here on out. So next turn we're going to play Battery, attack for 2, Volt Surge something if we need to. Turn 3, Kumano's going to flip, we're going to play the Mech Titan, we're going to crew the Mech Titan with the Battery, put the Battery on the Titan and hit for 5. Again, barring any shenanigans from their end. That is a card I cannot actually kill. Ooh, even better. I take it all back. We drew our best possible 2-drop. So we really need them to not go land into Voltage Surge this turn. Pass? Oh, baby. Well, that's the dream. I think we're smacking with all, even the Battery. Sucks for the opponent, but yeah, they had Kami Flare. But Automaton's too good. I think trading with the Battery is actively good for them now. And in fact, it might have been wrong for me to trade off, but here we are. Yeah, I mean, the opponent's just getting unlucky. Alright, we have lethal next turn. Yeah. I don't mind non-games, but they don't feel as good as... well, winning quote-unquote real games. 6-1, 6-1, let's go, let's go. Oh, come on. Alright, put me on the play this time and let me have that same curve. Yeah. Good news. We're on the play, and we basically have that same exact curve. Holy moly. Turn 1 Kumano, turn 2 Automaton, turn 3 we win. So one of the best opening hands I've seen. It's missing like a burn spell. But this is going to be really hard to stop the pressure when we're on the play. Like, this might be one of the best, if not the best, start you can have in the format. Turn 1 Kumano, turn 2 Patchwork. Oh, and there's that burn spell we were looking for. Beautiful. We're gonna go with the Rabbit Battery and attack, holding up Kami Flare. I'm assuming they're gonna have a burn spell here. Twin Shot Sniper, yep. Now we want them to just play like any creature that we can kill with the... Oh, they missed lands again? Come on. Well. Lame. Not that they were going to be able to beat this curve anyways, even if they had hit their land, but... Back-to-back games where we just draw the nuts and the opponent hits 2 lands and doesn't hit a third. Alrighty, alrighty. Well, again, I don't know if they were going to be able to beat that curve regardless of missed land drops or not, especially on the play. Us being on the play, but that doesn't feel great to win like that. Anyways, this deck was nuts. Like, I would not expect anything less than what we just did with this deck. Like, look at the absurd card quality here. At the top end, we have Specialist, Behold, Thundering Raiju, Sniper, Inventive Iteration. Like... Two crazy good rares, and 2 of the best uncommons in the set of Behold and Sniper. Specialist is good, but it's nowhere on the same power level as Behold and Twin Shot Sniper. And at the low end, we have like 5 or 6 1-drops, including 2 Komano. We have a Lizard Blades, a Patchwork Automaton. Yeah. Oh, it feels good to break the streak, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I mean, I guess it's only been a couple drafts now since I trophied, since... Yeah, we broke the 14 curse a little while ago. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's good to get some wins on the belt again. And yeah, we'll see you back tomorrow. Maybe for some best of 3, maybe for some best of 1. Depends on how we're feeling. Till then, take care.